Hello guys, so in this video you will be learning how to deploy a Spring Boot application on virtual machine. This video is sponsored by DigitalOcean. If you are using my referral link, you will be getting $200 in credit over 60 days. So you just need to click on this referral link, then sign up, then put your credit card or debit card details, and then you will be getting $200 for free over 2 months. All the codes and required details is written on my blog studygyan.com. All links will be in video description. So let's get started. So this is the blog which I have written, how to deploy a Spring Boot app on VM using Nginx and make it HTTPS domain. Okay, and we have hosted our Spring Boot starter project on GitHub. So we will be using this project to host the project on our virtual machine. Okay, now once you have signed up and click on this create button. Okay, so once you have signed up, you will be getting a dashboard something like this. You need to click on droplet. Okay, now you need to choose a region. So for me, Bangalore is the nearest region. So you need to choose a region where your target audience is. Okay, now you need to scroll down. For this server, we will be using Ubuntu. Okay, and version 20.04 LTS. Okay, now you need to scroll down. Here you need to choose the size. So basically I will be using $21 per month for this demo purpose. Okay, then scroll down. Now what you need to do, you need to put your SSH key to access this server. Okay, so here I have written how to access, how to generate SSH key, as well as how to copy or how to view a SSH key. Okay, so if I copy this, so I have already generated my SSH key. If I put this command and enter, this is my SSH key. So I need to copy this SSH key and then put it here. New SSH key and put it here. Okay, you need to put a demo name for that and click on add SSH key. I have already added, so I can see it here. Okay, now scroll down. Here you can change the host name. So for now I can put it as Ubuntu demo. Okay, demo Spring. Okay, and click on create droplet. So this will take little bit time to create a droplet. Our droplet server is ready and this is the IP address of it. Okay, now we have added the SSH key, so we can access it using our terminal. So go to the terminal and type SSH root and type the IP address. So this is my IP address 134.209.159.9. Okay, now click enter. Here you need to type yes, and now you will be inside the server. Okay, so you have been accessed the server through this. You can use putty or MobaXterm for different tools while accessing this server if you are on Windows. Okay, now we are inside the server. If I type ls, here there is nothing. Okay, so now let's go to the blog, and what it says, prepare your virtual machine which we have created and access it. Okay, now these are the prerequisite softwares which we need for this project. Okay, so we need a Java development kit, Apache Maven, okay, and Nginx. So Java development kit, Maven we have used it for building, and Nginx server. Okay, so these are the commands where you can install all these softwares. Okay, so I will be installing it quickly. Okay, so we have installed all these softwares. Okay, now we will be setting up the project on server. Okay, so for this we will be using this project which is hosted on our GitHub. Okay, and we will be cloning it from Git. So just make sure that your system has Git, so we can install it using this command. Okay, so now let's clone the Git repo. So we can copy the Git link from here, then going here, then type git clone and the URL. Okay, now if I type ls, here the Spring Boot starter folder is there. We can navigate to it, and now inside this we can see all those files. Okay, so to check if our project is running or not, what we can do, we can run our project locally, okay, through a port. So if you can see here inside this src main resources and application.properties, we have put in our server port at 808. So what we can do here, we can type this command or paste it, and this will download all the required files for that project, and it will run start. Okay, so our project is running, which is on Tomcat server on 8080 port. Okay, so to check if it is running successfully, what we can do, we can copy this IP address, okay, then type the port number 8080, okay, and see here our project is running successfully. So we have successfully run our project, okay, which is great. Now what we can do here is that we need to change, let's say, now what we can do, we need to put, instead of this IP address, we need to have our domain. Okay, we need to have our domain. Okay, I need this as domain. Okay, so for this what we need to do, we need to have a domain, okay, which we can buy it from DigitalOcean or GoDaddy or different domain providers. And in this demo purpose, we have purchased a domain from GoDaddy, and we need to change the name servers in it. Okay, so we need to go in DNS management of that domain, and we need to put these 3 name servers. Okay, so if we put this 3 name servers and change it, we will be pointing our domain to DigitalOcean name server. Okay, now what we can do, in here in DigitalOcean, we need to click on create and click on domain and DNS. Okay, now here what we need to do, we need to put the domain name. So for demo purpose, I'm using professionalcipher.com. Okay, so I will be putting that thing, professionalcipher.com. okay, and click on add. Okay, now our domain is added. Okay, now what we need to do here is that we need to add our host name, @ okay, and the custom IP address. Okay, for here I will be choosing this thing, demo Spring Boot. Okay, and create record. Okay, now we have added this thing. Now I would like to let you know about one thing. If I remove this port from my IP address, you can see Nginx. Okay, so this is the Nginx welcome page. So on our system we have installed Nginx also. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to set up reverse proxy on this system. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to create a file with the domain name. Okay, for example, we will be using with domain name, okay, in sites enable folder of Nginx. Okay, so now what we'll do, will go inside, will copy this command little bit. Okay, let's stop this. Okay, if you stop this, this will also stop. Okay, so 8080 will also stop here. Okay, and if you see here, what we need to do, we need to go inside, and from here we will be creating professional cipher.com. okay, this will the file be created, will be creating. Okay, and click enter. Okay, now what we need to do, let's open a gedit, okay, text file, and what we'll do, we'll copy these things and we'll change the domain name. Okay, so here we will be putting our domain name. Okay, then here also, then here also. Okay, now we have added our domain names. Okay, just we need to go inside, we have open editor, we need to paste it here, escape wq, and we are done with this file. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to copy this command, and we will be copying this professional cipher which we have created into site enabled folder of Nginx. Okay, so here what we'll do, we need to change the file name. Okay, and hit enter. Okay, now our file has been created inside this site enable. Now let's verify what we need to do. What we'll do, we need to reload our Nginx. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll reload our Nginx. Okay, our configurations have been added successfully, updated successfully. Now we'll reload the Nginx. Okay, now if you see here, without this, okay, so now what we need to do, okay, so if I navigate to professional cipher, okay, so right now it is saying this site can't be reached. Okay, why? Because we have just now added this thing. Okay, so it will take little bit time, but if it will point to this domain. Okay, if it will be pointing to this domain, and all things will be running. Okay, let's check if our project is running or not. So let's run the project. Okay, so I will be running this project here, and let's again see if it is pointing or not. Okay, and let's refresh. Okay, so right now it's not pointing. Let me remove these www and these things. Okay, and now let's check. Okay, so our domain is being pointed right now to this IP address with this domain. Okay, now we are successfully pointed, we have added a domain to our DigitalOcean account, like that project. Okay, if you see here, instead of these things, like these manual thing, like right now what we need to do, we need to always be in this terminal, then only I can run it. If I want to, if I close this terminal, then the project will stop. Okay, so for that, what I have created a mirror image, like a jobs. Okay, where I have written three SSH file. Okay, so what we need to do, it will create a PID and it will run. Okay, so just check now. Okay, sh and startup. Okay, so now what this will do, it will run the commands, it will run the project in background. Okay, and if you see here, I have added the logs to this log.txt file. Okay, so if I say tail -f log.txt file, everything is running and my project is also running. Okay, now if I close this thing also, if it will run. Okay, and if I close this terminal also, it will run. the project is running in background now. Okay, now let's say if I want to stop this, okay, now if I want to stop this, I can use this shutdown. Okay, this will remove the PID file. Okay, if I want to restart, I can restart from this. Let's say if you have given any update, you need to restart, you can restart it from here. So if I say sh shutdown, it will stop the project. Okay, so this is how we can run a Spring Boot application on DigitalOcean. Okay, now let's say we need to add SSL certificate using Let's Encrypt. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do, we need to install snapd. Okay, so I think which is already installed on our system by default. Okay, but if you are installing, this will be installed. Okay, snapd will be installed now. After that, what we need to do is that we need to install certbot. Okay, so copy this command and we need to install certbot. So with this command we will be installing certbot. Okay, okay, our certbot has been installed. Now what we need to do, just we need to copy this command. Okay, and we just need to paste the domain on which our project is running. Okay, and this will, what this will do, this will create a certificate for professional cipher. So if I enter here, then what we need to do, we need to give the email ID. Okay, so I will be giving the email ID here. And then we need to type yes, and certbot will request certificate for our domain. Okay, so if you see now, our domain is secured. Okay, so this is how you can make your project HTTPS. Okay, I hope you liked the video. Okay, and it was informative for you. Okay, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.